I forgot to back a reminder.
Yeah, Rebbe, come on.
Yeah, that's on me.
You said you wouldn't be able to find yours.
Yeah.
It's that time.
Said that.
There.
Anyone that was here yesterday, you know it's finished.
No, it has to be posted in
Yes.
the chat when you're in here.
All right.
With the picture.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Daf Ayin Ches.
Good morning, Rebbe.
New parent.
New Perek, Nai Perek, Nai Mishnah. Ayin Ches. First word, top line. And away we go. Ha'isha shenafla lo nechasim ad shelo titaris. So we're going to have four cases. Four cases. Actually, it was not going to go sort of in quote unquote chronological order or order of the marriage. But we'll have four cases. The first case is a woman that had nechasim fall to her as a yusha, as malug, right? This is going to be, we'll soon see, as a malug, the husband's rights to the fruits, right? And the value could potentially fluctuate. So Aisha nechasim ashkataris. In other words, it happened before she got engaged, and then she got engaged. Beis Shammai agrees with Beis Hillel. I should say the Beis Hillel agrees with the Beis Shammai in this case that she can go ahead and sell it, or give it away, and the kayim, and then it stays. So the husband can have zero claim. Now remember, she inherited it before she got engaged, right? Obviously betrothed, right? But engaged, and then she got engaged, and then she sold it. So since the husband never married her yet, so whatever she buys and sells, or whatever she sells before, macheres v'kayim. Naflu. Now here comes case two. This is going to be machlekes. Or a little discussion. Let's see. Naflu missionaries. So now he gets engaged to her. Then all of a sudden she gets a large gift or Yerusha, or a gift or Yerusha. Mishni Sarsha. No mission is Mishni Sarsha. Beis Shammai yoyim timkor. She can go ahead and sell it. Go ahead and do it. Beis Hillel yoyim loy timkor. She can't go ahead and sell it. She inherited it as an engaged woman. Therefore, she has to be the approval of her husband. However,
She only had a receipt though.
correct. But they both agree if she did do it, that it works. So Beis Shammai says, "Lechatchila, don't do it." Excuse me. He says she can do it. Beis Hillel says, "Don't do it." But if you do it, then it works, right? So Beis Hillel agrees that with Beis Shammai, the b'diavad is okay. Now, on this case, Rabbi Yehuda says, Rabbi Yehuda, in this case. Since, right, he merited the woman, he acquired her through Erusin, and then she got it, right? He should not be zeich in her nechasim, right? Says for the ones later on, right? That in other words, the one that she got even after she gets married, right? We don't know, right? Why the husband can go ahead and take it away, if she owns the property, well, where she can't sell it, that doesn't make sense to us. So you now want to ask the stuff on the stuff that she gets now, right? Now, even before then. So right? Excuse me, right? So al chadash all right. Now, we're embarrassed about the new ones, the ones she gets later on, right? So certainly old ones, right? She should be able to go ahead and we agree. So no, fine. That was case two. So case two was so that was the discussion. The Gemara will explain this discussion to Chamer and Gamliel. Now, Naflu Mishani says, the guy went ahead and married her. He got engaged and he married her. And then Mishani says, so then stuff fell to her as a married woman. All right. So this case, which as I mentioned is not chronological order, is actually would be the last case. She inherited as a nesua, and she tried to sell it. Then everyone agrees the husband could go ahead and extract it from the buyers. Now, take a step back. Ad Shalai says if she was just engaged to the guy, right? The niece says, so she was engaged to the guy. She inherited something, right? She inherited land, and then she got married. So she inherited as when she was on a rusa, and she sold it when she was the niece says. She can go ahead and sell it. or if she did it, then it works. So Amar Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia. So this is before was Rabbi Yehuda saying that what Chacham said to Rabbi Gamliel. This is Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia. So he says Amar Lifnei Rabbi Gamliel. Same attack, right? Since right he acquired the woman through Nesuin, right? He doesn't acquire her properties. She shouldn't be able to go ahead and sell it. It shouldn't be effective. Right? Right. And I was we're embarrassed even on the new ones that come. Even the older ones. In other words, even the ones she gets later on, right? Even the ones she gets later on, she shouldn't be able to go ahead and the husband has a right, and now you're going to go ahead and bring these other cases, right? So, fine. So that was that discussion. Rabbi Shimon Chaylek bein nechasim lenechasim. However, Rabbi Shimon says it depends what kind of properties. Nechasim if the properties are known to the husband, she should not be able to go ahead and sell it. But and she does go ahead and sell it. Since he knew about it, then he didn't approve, right? She went down her own, then it's batal. He can go ahead and take it back. However, if it was not known to the husband, like Timkar, she shouldn't go ahead and sell it because Lamaisa he married her, right? The machra, but she does go ahead and sell it, but that's not kaim. Then it does work because he didn't know about it in the first place. Fine. That was the Mishnah. Now comes the Gemara, which is really an explanation of our Mishnah. So let's see. What's the reason why in the first case, if she got inherited and then got engaged, everyone agrees she can go ahead, right? And she right? But however, if she acquired it while afterwards, right, while she's engaged and then sold it while she's engaged, then some machlokes between Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai. So Maishna Reisha, the Lefiga Maishna saved the Fligi. So Ami the Bei Rabbi Yanai, Reisha b'zechusa naflo. When the Reisha, when she inherited, right? That was her own, right? That was her own zechus, right? That was she inherited, based on it was on a good fortune that fell to her before she ever got engaged. So therefore, of course, she would go ahead and sell it. However, the seifa. Once she got engaged, then maybe it's bezechuso. So once it's bezechuso naflo, kimach v'nasna my kayim. That's the case. So why does Beis Hillel agree in that case that it's kayim, right? El reisha vadai bechuso naflo. Rather than the reisha, it's vadai. It was in her schus that it fell. It was her good fortune. Seifa emar bezechusa. Perhaps it could be that it still was in her schus when she got it. So emar bezechusa, or said it could be hers, it could be his, and therefore the chachila, therefore the chachila should go ahead and sell it. However, that's not kaim. If she does go ahead and sell it, then it's kaim. Fine. So, but now back in the second case. The second case was she acquired it while she was engaged. Okay, and then she sold it while she was engaged. So that was the case. All right. Beis Shammai says you can sell it. You never got it. You never need say, so you can sell it. Beis Hillel says don't do it, right? And if you do it, but it still works. And then on that, Rabbi Yehuda brings in the Chachamim before Gamliel, and they says, I understand that the husband should be able to go ahead and he acquired her, right? He acquired her, therefore it shouldn't work at all. And the Chachamim say, no, all cases that he shouldn't be able to do anything because it's hers. So we don't even understand that. So that was a discussion in the Mishnah. Now, Rabbi Yehuda is Rabbi Yehuda questioning, right? Remember, Rabbi Yehuda is saying the husband should have the last say. And we said, right, Beis Shammai says l'chachila she could sell it, and Beis Hillel says b'diavad she sells it. Now, Rabbi Yehuda l'chachila b'diavad. So which one is he asking us? So Tashma, come and listen. The Tani went in the Brayis, Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Amar Lifnei Rabbi Gamliel. Since right, she's whether she's an arusa or a nesua, it's his wife. Since if she go ahead and sell as a nesua, be batal. So in this case, so Amar Lehen al chadashim anaboshim ela shatan aglim aleneu seyashan. Right. So right. In other words, we want to say that the husband doesn't even have a say in the new ones, right? And you want to say even the old ones, he doesn't have a say. Right? So Shlamina, Shlamina from over here, because it seems to say Shri Batal. So we see over here that they're arguing that even as an Arusa, it should, Rabbi Yehuda is saying that it should be completely Batal. Fine. Tanya, Amar Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia. Now, Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia, who was the one in the Mishnah who commented on the fourth case. The fourth case was she acquired it as when she was an Arusa, but she sold it after Nesua. Right, that was the case he commented on. So Tanya, now remember, this was not what Rabbi Gamliel answered the Chacham. Now, if you look in the Mishnah, right, Rabbi Yehuda was the one who quoted Chacham to Rabbi Gamliel, and then there was a response by Rabbi Gamliel, and also Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia says before Rabbi Gamliel, and then there was a response there. So it was almost a discussion as to which conversation Rabbi Gamliel was discussing. Both agree was talking about a case of when she inherited as an Arusa. The question was, did she sell it as an Arusa, or is it even after she was Nises? Now, no, that wasn't the discussion, right? It was like this. Not only by Nesua, that while she's Nises, once he marries her, he's able to go ahead and he acquires that what she finds, right? Her paycheck, right? He can nullify her vows. So tell me about Rusa, right? You're going to go ahead and say it's about Rusa. Shein Bala Zakai Love Mitziasa Lo Ma'asidel Lo Veros Nadirel, right? In other words, it's not the same, right? And a Rusa should be different than a Sua. Summer Lo, Rabbi Machrala Achla Nises, right? So if she went ahead and sold it before she got married, and in the Nises Mahu, right? So in other words, okay, in the case that she sold it before she got married, fine, I hear you, because he doesn't have any of these other zuchusim. But however, Nises, now there's now case number, the last case in the Mishnah, right? But Nises, Machra, Mahu, what should be that case? Now, even though she acquired it earlier, but now he has the rights. Even in this case, right? She lechatchila mocheres. She can sell it, but I said it's v'kayim. Samarlo. And on that they said, what do you mean? Right? Since he's zeicha to the woman, he's also zeicha to her nechas, and therefore she shouldn't be able to be mocheres when it says v'kayim. Right? We don't even think that even stuff that she inherited as an asua, he should be able to stop. Now you want to stop stuff that she got before. So Gemara says, first of all, right? So our Mishnah says, if she got it, she inherited, in other words, case number 4 in our Mishnah, if she inherited Achla Nises when she was in Arusa before she got married, and then she got married, and on that, if she sells it, it's kai. Now we just said, right? The Brisa said, "Abzu mocheres v'nasenes v'kayi." In the Brisa, we had the same exact case, right? When she was Nises, and then she sold it. That over there, she can be mocheres lechatchila. She can sell lechatchila, and this. But our mission seems to say that lechatchila she can't. Only b'diavad she can go ahead and sell it. It's kayim. So Nazvi Tani, therefore, okay, fine. Have a read mocheres v'nasenes v'kayim. Have the Mishnah read mocheres v'nasenes v'kayim. And Rav Papa Malay Kasha. Oh, Rabbi Yehuda, leave it on Gamliel. Oh, Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia, leave it on Gamliel. No. This is different, right? Remember, we just pointed out is Rabbi Yehuda was in case number 2, which was she got engaged, right? Inherited it afterwards she was an Arusa, and then sold it as an Arusa. That was Rabbi Yehuda. And Rabbi Chanina, or Chananya, right? Chanina, right? He was case number 4, which was she was in Arusa, she inherited, and then she was Nises, and then sold it. So that was what was going on. So now, in the case, our Mishnah, when it says if she did it, v'nasna kayim, that goes according to Rabbi Yehuda, because he says even b'diavad, right? Only b'diavad that would be okay. But in the case, because remember, Rabbi Yehuda is only discussing a case of she sold it as an Arusa. But in the case, Rabbi Yehuda would ask, hey, what would you say about case number 4? Right? So in that case, he would say that was imachra v'nasna kayim. And that, in the Brisa, where it says she can go ahead and be mocheres in the sense of kayim, that is the shita of Rabbi Chanina ben Akavia that says, no, even l'chachila, right? Since that, she has, that since it's her land, she can go ahead and sell it.
Case number 4, where it says kind.
Yeah.
Who gets the money though? Doesn't he get the money? Does he get the money?
So in that case, that'll be hers. We'll soon see that since he has a right to the payros, we'll soon see what happens. And how does she have a right to go ahead and sell it if he also has rights to the land? Right, Messiah goes with him, right? Because this was something that she inherited. This wasn't Ma'aseh Deha. This was a Yerusha. It doesn't come in as Ma'aseh Deha or Mitzias. Now, Rabbi Chanina Kabei Shammai. So he holds like Beis Shammai. Now remember, Beis Shammai was the one who says in the Mishnah, Mocheres, Beis Shammai says, Timkor, she can go ahead and sell it. So this is what it means to say. Now he's saying that no, they're not arguing in this matter. No, there's no machlokes in this matter. So Rav and Shmuel both say, whether the nechasim fell to her before she was in Rusa. Now it's even case number one, or whether she got it after she got it when she was engaged, and then Benises, and she gets married. Habal might be out of the once she gets married, doesn't matter when you inherit it. Once Nises, that's it, right? So similar to what you're saying, that he can override any sale. So come on. It's not like you're one of them, right? Because both of them say that the sale is kayim, whether it's the chachila or not, but neither of them say that the Baal be might be out of the kefas. So my answer is no. Inu both Rav and Shmuel. Down to Rabbeinu, the time that the Rabbeinu says Rabbeinu chazur beninu. Bein shnaflu achel dilaris. So bein shnaflu mission sarsa benises habal might be out of kefas. We have the Bryce that says the Ferish not like those in our Mishnah, but says once it's nises, then the Baal be might be out of the kefas. She has no. Now it will be the same as if she inherited while she was married. So too, even if she inherited before and she brings it into the marriage, then the Baal has full rights to it. So Mishan, he says, Elu ve'elu magid. But once she goes ahead and she inherits it, or she gets married and then she inherits it, then everyone agrees that the husband can go ahead and take it away. So let's say this is like that which we learned by Takanas Usha. Da'amar Rabbi Yisrael Rabbi Chanina Usha Iskinu Ha'isha Shamacha B'Nichsei Maluk B'Chayi Bala. A woman who goes there sells her Nichsei Maluk. Now Nichsei Maluk is properties that she has, that the husband has the rights to the land. She owns the property itself, but he has all the rights to it, all the payros. So Ha'isha Shamacha B'Nichsei Maluk B'Chayi Bala Umesa. So if she tries to sell, so a woman, that's what we're talking about. And then, right, and then she died. Right? So the husband go ahead and take it from the buyers, right? So you just said before, right? So we said earlier that everyone agrees it's his. So how can over here we see the husband go ahead and take it away? So our Mishnah, right, is talking about, right, during her life and right and with the payros. However, Takanas Usha, what was Takanas Usha? That was the Gufa Shakakula Achar Misa. In other words, when can a woman sell it? And I was, you see a woman can sell it. It says, no, a woman can sell it. She sells to somebody else, but that person can only get it after she dies. So in other words, she's selling the rights to her land. She can't sell now because she can't remove the guy's rights to the parents, right? If he gets $1,000 a year in fruits, she can't just go ahead and sell the land and say, okay, I sold the land for $5,000 because the husband says, what do you mean? Every year I get $1,000 off of it. So over here, right? So what do we say? Our Mishnah, right? So the Takanas Usha was talking about a different case. The Takanas Usha was talking about when the woman sells it, and then you can go ahead and inherit it after, or you acquire it after I die. That's what she can do. Our Mishnah was talking about during her lifetime and the fruit. She wants to go ahead and sell it. Then the husband can go ahead and be made to me out of lekeichas. And Rabbi Shimon, Rabbi Shimon was differentiates between types of nechasim, whether they're known or unknown to the husband. So Elohein you doing what are known, but Elohein shein you doing, right? So Amar Rabbi Yisrael Chanina you doing mikarki. What's stuff that husband knows about that? If she goes and sells that, he can go ahead and remove it from the buyers. That's referring to land. And shein you do, but stuff is unknown. It's metal for the movable objects. No, you doing. These are both you doing. Elohein shein you doing. What is stuff that's unknown? Kol she'asheves kan Right? She lives in one place and overseas she inherits something. That's called something which is any doing. If the woman sells it, then it's kayim. The husband cannot go ahead and remove it. And Tanya Mechas and learn Elu Hein Shein Yeduin. These are the ones that Elu Hein Shein Yeduin. Kol Sheishavas Kan B'Nafel Nachasim Nisnayam. So it says in Ferish that anything that she lived in one place and inherited another place, that's considered any doing. That if she would go ahead and sell it, then the husband would not be able to remove it from the hand of the buyers. I will stop here. The 2 dots. Shkoyach, everybody. Everyone have a wonderful day.
Get away.